Welcome to week 5 of the Pathfinder Campus weekly blog series. I'm Barry Morgan, and together with Jessica Locke and Gord Sarkissian, we've developed a community that supports students beginning their career path and adults in the midst of a career transition. Our weekly blog series is designed to provide helpful tips and guidance as you navigate a major life challenge, and we hope that you will allow us to join you on your journey. This week's topic is skill inventory. And do you actually know what you bring to the table? Someone asks you, so what are you good at? And for a second, you freeze. Not because you have nothing to say, but because you're not quite sure how to say it. You've done a lot. You've learned a lot. But it's getting it out clearly in a way that actually sounds like something, that's sometimes harder than it seems. At that moment of hesitation, it's one of the most common things I see in career transitions. And it's not usually a confidence problem, it's a clarity problem. And today we're going to try to fix that. This week is all about your skills inventory, knowing exactly what you're capable of and being able to state that authentically and with ease. Let's talk about what a skills inventory actually is. A skills inventory is a clear, organized picture of the abilities that you actually developed, not a list of job duties and not a resume summary. Most people think of skills as the official stuff, the things that goes on their LinkedIn, their job title, their degree, but that's only a fraction of what you actually bring to a role. Here's the distinction that matters. A job duty is something you were assigned to do. A skill is something you got good at, often through doing that duty over and over. Managed a team is a duty. Helping people navigate conflict with clear expectation, that's a skill. One is a task, the other is a capability. Your skills inventory is a list of your real capabilities, and it includes things that you might not even think to put on paper. So why does this matter for your career? Without a clear picture of your skills, you end up underselling yourself. You apply for roles or that don't match what you're actually capable of, or you talk in vague circles at an interview. And this is one of the most common. You fail to apply for positions you're qualified for, assuming that you're not actually qualified when you are. What do you think the most common mistake people make when listing their skills? They default to what sounds impressive rather than what's actually true. They write down buzzwords, leadership, communication, problem solving, and those might be real skills, but they're not specific enough to mean anything. When everything sounds the same, nothing stands out. Here's a quick test. Can you name a specific situation where you used that skill? Can you describe what you actually did, what the result was? If the answer is no, it's not really a skill yet. It's a label. The reframe is this. Real skills have evidence. They come from specific experiences, and that's actually good news because you have more of those than you realize. Here are 3 directions to look when you start building your skills inventory. First, look at your history, not just what you've done in terms of a job title, but for every role you've had, ask what problems did I solve regularly? What did people come to me for? What did I get better at over time? Those answers are your skills, even if they were never in a job description. Second, don't forget life outside of work, volunteering, caregiving, running a household, managing a project in your community. These develop real skills. They count. Organizing 30 people for a fundraiser is project management. Helping an elderly patient or parent navigate a medical system is advocacy and communication. Don't leave those off your list. Third, ask someone who's worked with you. We're often blind to our own strongest skills because they come naturally to us. Ask a colleague, a manager, a teammate, what do you think I'm really good at? The answers often surprise people in the best way. Your skills inventory won't be perfect on the first pass. That's fine. The goal is to start getting it out of your head and onto paper. And that's going to take time. Knowing what you're capable of is the foundation of everything that comes next in your career search. Your resume, your interviews, your ability to spot opportunities that fit. You can't market something you can't name. So this week, watch for or head to our Tuesday's deep dive article for a walkthrough in how a skills inventory works and why it matters. You can join us on Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Zoom. The link's in our community tab. We'll be discussing this skills inventory there. Then on Thursday, do a practical exercise. It'll guide you through a structured 45-minute audit of your actual skills. And finally, on Saturday, sit with a reflection piece. It asks questions that tends to stick with people. Take the time to do this one properly. What you build this week will show up everywhere in your career search. Gord, Jessica, and I look forward to seeing you online at pathfindercampus.ca. Reach out to us anytime via the Coaches tab on our website.